So if you've been looking at the Indian stock market, maybe thinking about a career change, you've probably come across this. The NISM Series 12 Securities Markets Foundation Workbook.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
It's sort of positioned as the one-stop shop for beginners.
Exactly. And the big question is, who is this actually for? Is it just for finance grads? Or, can a homemaker or a teacher get real value from this?
It's a great question, and I think the material makes it clear. This is the definitive gateway certification. It's the baseline knowledge the industry expects, whether you're managing your own money or aiming to advise others.
Right. And that's what we're going to do here. This is basically an orientation for a 6-part audio course we've put together to help you crack this exam. We have the syllabus, the exam structure, everything.
Let's start with the logistics then, because that's usually the first hurdle. People want to know what they're up against.
Okay, so looking at the source docs, it's in 100 questions,
Yeah.
and you get 2 hours to do them.
100 questions, 2 hours. That's pretty generous, actually. With it a minute per question for a multiple choice test.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. But hang on, I'm looking at the scoring rules here, and there's something that it completely changes the game.
Ah, you found it. I bet you're looking at the negative marking policy.
Or the lack of a policy. There is no negative marking. Zero.
Exactly. And that's huge. In most serious finance exams, a wrong answer costs you. Guessing is risky.
But not here. So the strategy isn't just about being precise, it's also about volume. You should answer every single question.
You absolutely have to. You need a 60% to pass, right? Leaving a question blank is just giving up a free shot at a point.
Okay, that lowers the pressure a lot. So we need 60 marks out of 100. Let's talk about where those marks are. The weightage chart in the syllabus here, it's really, really skewed.
Oh, it is. I like to think of the syllabus as a kind of sandwich.
A sandwich. Okay, explain.
You've got Chapter 1 and Chapter 6 as the bread. They're the bookends. Important, but they're not the main event.
Right. Chapter 1 is understanding securities markets, and Chapter 6 is on derivatives. And the chart says these are only worth 10% each.
It's 10%.
Yep.
And that's a strategic giveaway from the exam setters. Chapter 1 is broad context, GDP, that kind of thing. And Chapter 6, derivatives.
That's the one that scares people. Futures, options. It sounds complicated.
It can be, but by making it only 10%, they're basically saying, hey, you don't need to be a math genius to pass this foundation exam. You can struggle with derivatives and still pass easily.
If you focus on the meat of the sandwich, as you put it,
Which is Chapters 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the core.
and these 4 chapters are worth 20% each.
20% each. Do the math.
So it's 80% of the entire exam right there, just in those 4 middle chapters.
That's the aha moment. If you look at the flow, it makes perfect sense. It's the whole life cycle of an investment.
Okay, so walk me through it. Chapter 2 is securities and asset allocation. This is the what.
Exactly. What is a stock? What is a bond? And what's asset allocation? Which is just a fancy way of saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Then Chapter 3, primary markets. That's when a stock is born. The IPO.
Precisely. A company creates new shares and sells them for the first time.
And after it's born, it lives on the exchange. That's Chapter 4, the secondary markets.
Yep. How trading actually works. The brokers, the orders, how everything gets settled.
And finally, Chapter 5, mutual funds.
The management part. If you don't want to do all that trading yourself, you pay a professional to do it for you. And that's a mutual fund.
What? Birth, life, and management. So if you master that life cycle, you've basically locked in 80 marks.
That's the winning strategy. You nail those 4 chapters to secure your passing score. The other 2 just help you boost it higher.
That really clarifies the roadmap for our next few discussions. We'll be doing a deep dive into each of those chapters, one by one.
Absolutely. We'll break it all down.
Before we wrap this up, there was one last thing that caught my eye in the introduction of the text. It calls this a voluntary exam.
Yes. And that's an interesting thought to end on, isn't it?
It is. Why bother taking a test you don't have to?
Well, the text suggests it creates a structured career path. In an industry like finance, trust is everything. Taking a voluntary certification, you're sending a signal.
A signal that you take the rules seriously.
Exactly. It shows you're not just a gambler. You've done the work to understand the system. It sets a benchmark.
A strong signal. All right, so the plan is set. 100 questions, no negative marking, and a laser focus on that 80% core.
You've got this.
Just keep listening to this playlist. We're going to get you that 60%.